Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn how to simplify exponentials by dealing with operations in between powers. We are working on IXL Algebra 1 Y.5 Powers of monomials, so you need to know the exponential rules how to deal with them to complete this assignment. So let's start with the first question. Simplify and express your answer using a single exponent. Right now we have two exponents in here. We want to reduce it down to end up with only one exponent in the power. So what we can do, we have our bases in the parentheses, like 5 times k to the power of 9 is the base, and we will multiply this by itself 3 times. That's what it means. So one way of doing it is just writing it explicitly 3 times next to each other and then multiplying the numbers. Let me just do it that way first. So technically what this tells, first time, write it for the second time, and then a third time to find the cube of that first base. Now to do this, multiply the like terms. It is 5 times 5 times 5. That's 125. And then now let's deal with the variables. K to the power of 9. It's multiplied by itself 3 times. So basically, let me put it on the side. This is what that is. And if the base, if your base is the same, when you multiply the exponentials, you add the powers. You should add them together. That becomes 27 in the exponent, in the power. So the base remains the same. Add all of the powers, that's what it becomes. That's going to be our answer. But now let's do it using another method, which should be easier. So the parentheses makes the difference. So make sure if you have a parentheses, keep it that way. If not, think about what you need to do when you don't have a parentheses. So what this does, that power is going to affect this k to the power of 9, plus it will impact that 5, because 5k is not just one term, it is 5 times. 5 is one term, k to the power of 9 is the second term. The cube, the 3 in the power, is going to affect both of them. So what that means, you will put that 3 as the power of 5, because it didn't have a power in the first place. 5 did not have any power. This is just to the first power. There's a hidden 1 in there. It doesn't change the value of the 5. And then times, we had k to the power of 9, right? Let me just put it over here. And then this 3 is going to impact that as well. So this is called power of a power. You multiply the exponents if you have this pattern. 9 times 3 is 27. Keep your base the same. So they are the same things, but it says use a single exponent. I have 3 and 27 right now. That means you need to get rid of one of them. That's just a number. A number to the power of another number. You just put it in a calculator and see that it is 125 for this question. And then keep the second one. Only exponent. I can put this as my answer. 125 times k to the power of 27. I showed you two methods. The first one shows you why we are getting that answer, and the second one shows you the easier way by spending less time and effort. Let me just make sure that everything is right. 125 times k to the power of 27. Okay. Now let's do this one. Now I'm not going to spend that much time. So here's what we do. We have two base, right? This one is the first one. That's what I will do. 3 cubed. That's one thing. And then we have y to the power of 9. Let's use another color. This is the second base that I have, y to the power of 9, and then to the power of 3. So what this means, that's 27. Use a calculator, and then this right here, power of a power. 9 is a power, 3 is a power that is impacting that 9. Multiply them together. Keep the base the same, y is the base. 9 times 3 is 27. So I need a 27 in the base, and then it is multiplied by y to the power of 27. Now let's do this one too. Okay, so same. I have 10 squared is 100 times the power of 8 squared. So you have two exponents in here, power of a power, multiply them together. The base is w, 8 times 2 is 16. So 100 times w to the power of 16. In case you did not realize, for the first question, I did the whole work, two different methods. I showed you how to do it step by step. In the second one, I decreased, I did one less step, and in here, I did one less step. So this is the quickest way to get that answer. Now we can change the type of the question. What did I do wrong? Let me see. I didn't do anything wrong. 100 times w to the... Oh, that wasn't my answer. What did I put? Okay, I forgot to type the 1 in here. So it was 16. That's my answer over here. So we can skip another level to see if there is any different. Okay, this is a different kind. Right now we have power of a power, and then okay, we are going to do the same thing. That's my number, 3 squared. That's the only exponent impacting that 3. So what is 3 squared? Let's just do this step by step, and then the next one I'm going to try to decrease the workload. And next term I have is right here. C to the power of 4 will be squared. 4 is a power, 2 is a power. This is called power of a power. When that happens, you multiply the exponents. 4 times 2 is 8, and the base for 8 is c. So the base is c, power is going to be 8, because that's what 4 times 2 equals. Now let's change that color once again to deal with the third term. The third term is d to the power of 6 will be squared. 6 is a power, 2 is a power. This is called power of a power, multiply the exponents. 6 times 2 is 12, and the base that belongs to that 12 is d. So times d to the power of 12. And then the last term we have is g to the power of 4 will be squared. 4 times 2 is 8, g to the power of 8. Now, it says express your answer using exponents. It doesn't say use one exponent. Even if it said that, it wouldn't be possible because the bases are different. But what we can do is, if you just put this as your answer, I would say IXL is not going to accept it because you can simplify this. 3 squared is 9, then c to the power of 8, d to the power of 12, g to the power of 8. You cannot simplify those because we don't know what c, d, or g equals. These are the simplest forms, but 9 is simplified versus 3 squared. So that would be the easiest way. So we have 9 times c to the power of 8, and then go down, d to the power of 12, then go down again, g to the power of 8. Double checking the numbers so that I'm not submitting anything wrong. Okay, now let's do this again. Without showing all those steps, what I do first is, first thing I do is, that's 27. Use a calculator. 3 cubed is going to be 27. Next, we are doing a to the power of 7 cubed. Power of a power, keep the base, multiply the powers. That's 21. Next, we are doing b to the power of 4 will be cubed, its power of a power, keep the base, multiply the exponents. And do the same for the last term. So we have c to the power of 7, that's going to be cubed. I have two powers, power of a power, multiply the exponents, keep the base. So that would be the final answer for this question. I didn't put 3 cubed, I just put 27 right away. Okay, times a to the power of 21, and then go down using the arrows, b to the power of 12, and go down, c to the power of 21. Okay, let's skip one more level and see if they get any harder. We are already at 77, so I don't think it'll get any harder. We might have fractions though. No, it's the same. Let me do this one. This is going to be the last question. So what I have is 10 squared. Use a calculator, that's 100. And then a to the power of 8 will be squared. Keep the base, multiply the powers. 8 times 2 is 16. And then the b to the 4th, and then will be squared. Keep the base, multiply the exponents. C to the power of 15 will be squared. Keep the base, multiply the exponents. 15 times 2 is 30. That would be my answer for this question. So that was all, guys. That's how you apply the rules of exponents to complete this assignment. Please comment below if the video helped you out. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to help. If you have any questions, thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video.